Hey guys, Blue Bear Crypto back with another video, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit quiet in here. It's probably the quietest it's been since everything got in here, to be fair. But at the moment, we've just got the 5 KS0 Pros mining. I haven't even looked at the profitability of that, but I will put that right now. I'll tell you if it's profitable or not. I'm guessing it is not, but yeah, we are basically on red alert for just reducing our electricity consumption, really. So in the last video, we were expecting a nice long week of cheap prices, but it looks like a few things have happened in the electricity side for the UK. The renewable rate isn't as high as expected, and also there's I've not looked too much into it, but I know that there's issues with like maintenance for some nuclear plants. So some cores have been taken offline, which just means that there's less supply for the demand, which means that no matter what the cost of the renewable rates is, which is what I look at, I'm just looking at the wind, solar, and against the demand, that can be as close to it as it wants. But if the underlying supply from like power stations or like nuclear stations is low, then this just means that the gap's even further. So yeah, prices have spiked up. They've probably been the highest that they've ever been whilst I've been on the Octopus Agile tariff. We're not giving up or anything, it's just a bit of a low time at the moment. And the way I see it is last winter I was getting plunge periods every other day, so we were literally getting paid most days for using electricity. So a few days or maybe a week or a few weeks of bad electricity rates isn't the end of the world. I've got to think of the bigger picture and the average over a long period. So yeah, the rigs will be off until the price goes down. It does depend on if it gets super cold. The temperature hasn't been too cold at the moment. So yeah, what I'm kind of thinking is I'd like a setup inside. Oh, my fans decided to give a little hum then. They're literally just tinkering on the edge. Fans start at 20 degrees and it's just bouncing between 19 and 20. I could probably turn these off now. Yeah, so I'm actually trying to find some sort of setup where I can just have 4 of these. I've just turned these fans off and these are so hot now. Why does that feel so hot compared to... I've just turned these fans off and these feel so hot. I didn't think that they were actually doing that much, but they must have been. So I've just turned these fans off, thinking that they probably use a few watts each. May as well turn them off. But that is hot. I can't believe how hot that is compared to when they were on. Oh well, I'll turn these back on anyway. Unless it gets super cold, I'll bring these inside and have them running in some rooms just to heat the house up. Like I said, it's still better to use electricity against gas if I can, even if it's a bit higher. A bit of a change from what I was expecting from the last video we made. I have been looking at the Octopus Go tariff. So the night rate for my area is 8.5 kilowatts between half past 12 in the morning and 5:30 in the morning. So 4 hours. So 5 hours of cheap electricity that's cheaper than what I'm getting now, and then what I'd have to do is completely turn everything off, even these ones, because my battery would be with the 10% that it doesn't use. I don't run the battery down to 0 to that I've got in the house. It would be about just over 8 kilowatts of energy that it could store and use for the whole day. The house doesn't actually use that much electricity for the day. I think it uses between like 100 and 500 watts an hour. So it could probably get through the day okay, and then I could run everything at this rate. The only issue is if I change to this tariff, then I've got like a 30-day cooldown before I can go back to Agile. I feel like I'd kick myself in the teeth a little bit if I changed over and then 2 weeks later there's plunge periods, and I could have been getting paid for the setup and basically everything that I'm running on now. It's a good setup that I've got when I can get paid. I turn everything on, and we're basically on maximum profit. So my current average cost per kilowatt is 14.29, which still it's not really that bad compared to, I think it's like 24p a kilowatt for the just average rate, or even 27, might have gone up a bit more. So it feels bad in the moment, but it's really not too bad. But bearing in mind that will go up because the rates have gone up. That's just the 30-day average. So that's why I'm just tinkering on the edge of, should I actually change over to Octopus Go? I know a lot of people in the UK, a lot of my subscribers, who do a similar sort of strategy with Octopus Energy. They mine on those cheap rates, it's the best permanent solution. With Agile, you never know if it's going to be up or down, so it is a good solution for those that don't want to have to keep monitoring. I also have to start thinking about keeping the shed warm, because we're in autumn at the moment, but we're slowly getting into winter. The fact that I've basically got 4 open holes in the shed means that in here we'll probably go to like minus degrees Celsius. So I don't think that motherboards will do too well if they get too cold. So I will probably have to put some sort of insulation over. I'm just thinking it's like a temporary solution, maybe getting just like a load of foam padding or something, and just to cover these up, maybe stick some over those as well, just to try and insulate a little bit more when it does get cold. Hopefully though, the rates will be okay, so the rigs can just keep the shed running, and the fans will probably just stay off. So yeah, it is what it is. With just crypto prices as well, it feels a bit stale at the moment. It's just been bouncing up and down. Altcoins haven't really been doing too well. It feels like they're just like they've gone down a bit, and then they're just sitting around the lower prices. Nothing seems to be doing too well at the moment. Without kind of really realizing it, Bitcoin's coming on close to its all-time high. Like, we're literally just on the cusp of an all-time high for Bitcoin. I think as of right now it's like 68,000. So yeah, it's actually I think the pot's just bubbling over, really. It's just a matter of waiting and grinding through. I'd be kicking myself if I didn't go through all of this pain after so many years of being in a bear market and not holding everything I've got and having all of this just to get to the bull run, and everything's profitable, but I didn't make the most of it now. So it also feels a bit, I don't know, it just feels like it's been so long, and when the prices aren't bouncing up and down, like when Casper hit its all-time high, you get that a little bit of like an adrenaline boost, like, yeah, we're doing the right thing here, we're going to be going to the moon, and we're all just going to be laughing at the end of it. But because it's been stale for so long, it just gets a bit depressing after a while. So I think the sentiment of the crypto community has just been a little bit down at the moment. That's how I've been feeling. But like I said, if you just let your emotions in the short term get to you, then it doesn't help for the long term. And this is a long-term investment. I get some comments in the videos a lot asking what's the best thing to mine, what's the best miner to use, and it all doesn't really matter, because if you're just trying to find a quick miner to make some quick profit, it's not going to work like that. It's a long-term thing. If you find a miner that is mining a coin that suddenly goes to the moon, you can't give any sort of advice on something like that, because it's just luck. If something booms and you've got a miner that's mining it, then it's just luck. And when that does happen, those miners will massively go up in price. So there's no single best miner at the moment. There's obviously the profitability there and then, but that is always changing. The thing which is the highest profitability will slowly come down as more people buy it, and obviously the difficulty on the network evens out as well, because so many people start mining that thing that is the most profitable. Yeah, like I said, it's just about the long-term goals. So not the most upbeat or exciting of videos today, but yeah, we're just grinding through, getting through the crypto winter. Hopefully we'll start seeing some all-time highs from Bitcoin, and then following with the altcoins, and by the end of the year we can all say that we did a good thing. So yeah, it is what it is. This shed needs a good clean. Wall of Fame, looking small but mighty. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys.